strategic critical paths of partnerships with the Department of Fisheries and Oceans and the First Nation. Huge. When we come together and work together, we can do a lot of exciting things. But it's taken us a long time to come to terms of agreement with us as the First Nation Department of Fisheries and Oceans, because we weren't always friends.
Right.
Oh man, I remember days as a young boy.
It would still be considered a success. Like, we'd still get enough fish up there to start and sustain a population.
You need not to carry that because it builds dark shadows and dark spirits in your heart.
We're gonna fertilize the new trees we just planted with.
Way to go, DFO.
They're coming in ripe too, which means we're probably at around peak of spawn.
This has been in the works for years. None of it could have happened without each individual group, and that's what makes us so special.
Our enemies from the north came down through Pemberton, down back to the Elaho. So that's why we lived up there,
Right.
our wolf clan, because we were the protectors of the back door and front door type of thing. The history is so long, of course, and I'll narrow it down specific to my clan. We're the Wolf clan, warrior clan before contact. We're also the Thunderbird clan. Up in the Elaho Valley, there's a rock shelter cave up there. It's about 2 miles up the mountain. You have to go up zigzag to get up to it. On that rock shelter cave, there's a painting of a Thunderbird on there. It could be 10,000 years old.
We are perhaps making history here in the Squamish watershed, and I'm glad that we can showcase this today. So the Elaho River is a tributary to the Squamish, which has a ton of potential. This tributary has the most stable habitat in all of the Squamish watershed. It is an older piece of river. It was established long before the Squamish was, therefore it has a deep kind of channelized system that makes it very stable compared to the other systems. So it's very important.
In the 1970s, they were building logging roads up there, right? And the logging roads they were building, they blew a big chunk of the mountain off, went down and blocked the Elaho River. So that blocked the access of Chinook salmon and the big northern cohos from getting up and spawning in the upper Elaho. There's about 23 pristine kilometers of spawning habitat up there.
Tenderfoot is put in Chinook salmon now, seeded that habitat. Like you said, it's pristine habitat. And we're doing coho as well. But we're just about to do about 650,000 pink fry. Could you elaborate on the significance of pink salmon to the Elaho?
The importance of the pinks were, as we appreciate, the pink fry, when they emerge, they're a major food source to all species and other salmon species. So that's why the pinks are integral to all the watersheds up here.
Because the Elaho is a high tributary of the Squamish River, if we can establish a healthier ecosystem for the Elaho, that will spread into a healthier ecosystem overall for the whole Squamish watershed and the whole Squamish Valley.
There's our beach right there. Water's up a little bit, so pinks don't deal well with the stress of not going to the ocean.
So the day that we were going to release the fish, I had organized a helicopter to get the fish probably about 50-60 kilometers up into the spawning grounds, so then they can imprint on those spawning grounds. However, we couldn't truck and transport like we usually would because of the snow load. So we did kind of organize some special tanks that we've never used before, and I did organize a helicopter ride for these fish.
You can see the picture I have up there, the Sequoia Mystery Management Plan. That plaque there was given to me by the Minister of Environment of the day, and that was Barry Penner. So Barry Penner was the minister responsible at the time. I phoned him, so what's going on? We're having issues up here, and it's one of your people in the province are saying, making these type of comments are not true. And I said, I want to share some information with you from my clan that the Squamish Nation doesn't know, because this information is my information from my clan that I know that I've been taught by my elders. There's other 15 clans, they don't know what I know because they're not part of my clan. But I'm going to share some of this information with the province. It's Indigenous knowledge. Once they share it and whatnot, they're going to say, okay, we approve this. They said, wow, we've never seen this kind of information before. We didn't know this existed. And he says, well, it's my information from my clan, the Warrior Wolf clan and Thunderbird clan. And they said, yeah, we approve this, you know. And that's where the Elaho finally got the blessings of the province and approved. So that's where we started doing the blasting, removing that big boulder up in the Elaho.
I got the power lines there, but I can probably put it a lot closer if you don't have stuff that blows around in the back of your truck.
This has been a year in the making. A lot of nerves. Yeah, the first day was a bit stressful. Timing is essential, and you can't hold these fish for too long. Like when they want to go, they want to go. And we had one small weather window where the helicopter could fly. Pretty simple mechanism. We got all these cables done up properly. So as you lift, we make sure they're kind of in the channel. So it was a very stressful day because in the morning it didn't look like the helicopter could fly. And looking at the weather, it was about 2 weeks of storm and low cloud. And this was kind of our only shot. They're gonna survive the flight. It was a bit touch and go, and it was a bit nerve-wracking for sure, because how important this program is to get those fish into those spawning grounds up in the Elaho. So, yeah, it was pretty scary, but that it was also a good moment when we saw the clouds part, and you could see up the valley that there was a bit of sunshine, and the helicopter pilot said, "Hey, let's do this." The Squamish Watershed Society and Department of Fisheries and Oceans and Squamish First Nation, everyone had to kind of come together, and none of it could have happened without each individual group, and that's what makes us so special.
We all need each other. And for us to do our job and to do our work effectively, efficiently, and professionally, we need you guys, DFO, and that's why we fought for you guys.